Conflict destroys an organisation, slowly but surely. Any conflict needs to be addressed quickly. Allowing it to do a slow burn. I often say to someone when I've had a hard discussion, now don't go home and do a slow burn. Tell me what you're thinking. And I follow up and will ask the next day, tell me what you're thinking. Because conflict in itself becomes that rotten apple that eats away at a business and is very hard to measure. You think you fixed it. Well, if you don't go back and check it, you can be sure you haven't. So again, communication is crucial to managing conflict. I have done conflict management over the years in another life when I was a psychologist, and I believed in very tough conflict management. Have it all out. Having it all out often is quite dangerous, so needs to be managed by experts. So conflict management isn't for the faint of heart. It's for people who know what they're doing and what they've got to achieve, and make sure they put people back together again after everybody's got it out of their system.
I think conflict affects an organisation in many ways, and it's generally very bad. You just have to look at some of the as we've seen in the press recently, some of the very high-profile blow-ups of listed companies, of organisations, that really have resulted from conflict that couldn't be resolved. So I think conflict is one of those things that's a real barrier to change, and it's a real barrier to an organisation moving on and achieving its goals. And I think the thing with conflict is that you don't often realise that it's there until sometimes it's too late, and often it's whether it's an individual or individuals or departments, whether it be a misunderstanding of what the end goal is, or whether it's people being belligerent about something, a disagreement, whatever it might be. The conflict can be very damaging.
I think we talk about it a lot if just to ensure that they understand what we're saying, because we think we're young, but they think that we are so old. It's quite amusing, but I think communication is the key, and ensuring that we are on the same wavelength eventually.
We're a company of people working in tight areas, being cafes. Of course, there's always conflict. We try to explain to people that they're not married. They just got to get through a day, and everyone needs to be civilised. Please and thank you. It's always important. If there is a conflict that requires extra work, we have an HR person who's a trained psychology person, actually more than HR, and they do a great job in going there and working as mediator. And normally we can talk these issues out. We haven't needed to take it any further, and I think in a company of 300 people, that's been pretty good.